Yo, what's up, Brez? It's your boy Guppy Boy 9000, aka the Hentai God, back at y'all with another follow-up video kick bash review in Brez. For those of y'all who previously watched my jewelry review, you already know what's coming, bruh. You already know what is coming, no pun intended. And with that being said, for all my brothers, for all my 112 scale lovers who are on the fence about getting this figure. For those of y'all, for those of y'all who are deep in thought, thinking to yourselves, man, I want this Storm Collectibles jewelry, but it ain't finna fit my collection. She's too tall. I don't like the outfit. I don't really care for the joints and aesthetics of Storm Collectibles. Or I just plain don't like Storm Collectibles. Well, Brez. But before I throw the Brez back in there, I want me a 112 scale jewelry figure, and this is all we got. And we don't know how the Reveltech jewelry is finna turn out. Brez. Now I can throw the Brez in there. Brez. Don't worry, I got you. I got you. The Hentai God. Like I said, when in doubt, the Hentai God. Guppy Boy 9000. The Kick Bash Supreme Master is here to guide you. I'm here to guide you to creating the perfect waifu figure of jewelry. If you want to go this route, Now, I realize we do got a lot of kick bashers and customizers out there that they can do, hey, they got way better options. And with other lines creating blank bodies, we're going to have more better options out there for you to go with. But as for me, with this option, I feel like it's really the best and it will serve jewelry quite well. So without a doubt, putting that to the side, let's jump into the waifu creativityism. And boom, as you can see, there goes the socket, or no, there goes the peg that keeps the head in place. It's kind of hard to blur, but as you can see, I showed in the previous review, she has a socket in her head. Now, for those of y'all that seen the review on the Roman key body, I've already did modifications to my neck or my neck pegs. Or not my neck, but her neck. Okay, this is not good. Okay, this is coming out in all kinds of... Yeah, I already done modified the neck. So what you would have to do is cut around the neck, get everything flush and even. Don't touch the peg hole unless you're trying to Dremel in there so you can get something with more of a peg to go fit off in there, because it's not going to fit. But with that being done, all you got to do is boom, right here, and boom, and Brez. You have it. For those of you who want a 112 scale jewelry, but you're on the fence about getting it, you're on the fence, you don't know what to do, you don't quite like the outfit that she has on, you're on the fence, you don't like the height of the Storm Collectibles version, you're on the fence because you don't know what to do, but it's the only option you got. Like I said, when in doubt, Guppy Boy, the Hentai God, the waifu figurine collector, kick basher, I got you. And Brez, here you go. And as you can see, the head kind of goes quite well on the body. She's very well proportioned with, like, literally, like, the head is very well proportioned with the body. The arms match. It's not too big. It's not too small. And see, that's one thing that, like, when it comes to kick bashing with figures like this, Certain heads would be too small, certain heads would be too big. And yeah, as you can see, she's quite in proportion. And on top of that, the face already looks good enough. Like you could literally throw this in with your Jada Toys, SH Figure Arts, probably your SH Figure Arts Street Fighters. But did I say your Jada Toys SH Figure? Okay, I kind of got you could throw her in with your Jada Toys Street Fighters, your SH Figure Arts Street Fighters, and your Amazing Yamaguchi Reveltech Street Fighters. Even though I don't see why you would do that because they're making jewelry. But hey, you don't know how theirs is going to turn out. So until then, if you just want to have you a good looking 1/12 scale jewelry on your desktop, Brez, you got it right here. And just to show y'all more, here she is going into size comparisons. I'm not going to go over articulation because if you want to see the articulation of the figure, you can just go back and watch the previous review of the Roman key body. It's perfect. Now, there she is next to a Marvel Legends, which this figure is hard to stand. But there you go. If you want to do Marvel versus Capcom, there goes Rogue from the new X-Men line. She goes perfect. The heads are both in proportion with each other. The art style don't really quite match up, but I will say it's a little bit more realism, but still kind of pertains this animated animation look to it on jewelry. And I guess you can kind of say the same thing for Rogue, but yeah, they still can go in a world with each other. You could have your Rogue versus jewelry. You could have, and I'll show other size comparisons with other figures. You have your second acts figures. If you want to do a Street Fighter crossover with your second acts Tamana and Asagi's, boom, here you go, right here. She literally I'm showing y'all, I'm guiding y'all, Brez. I'm giving y'all the sauce. I'm giving my Brez the sauce because what kind of man of culture would I be if I didn't do so? So, moving that to the side, getting into what everybody really wants to see. Here she is next to Jada Toys, Chun-Li, Chun-Lizzie. And I know what a lot of y'all finna say right now. Well, she's too tall. Juri is shorter than Chun-Li, or her and Chun-Li are the same height. Well, I got y'all on that too, Brez. Boom. Because I bought a second one. And this one is a tad bit more tanner. Because as you can see, the Jada Toys Chun-Li, the skin tone has more of a tan to it. So it wouldn't quite match up with the pale version of the Roman key body. But I ended up getting the skin tone version. And boom, Brez. You can have Chun-Lizzie, a thick Chun-Lizzie with thick thighs, save lives. Right next to a thick 1/12 scale jewelry. Brez, I'm giving y'all the sauce. Now, even if you don't just want to just put, like, if you just want to have like a good jewelry figure, like let's just put it doesn't fit in your collection of Street Fighters from other lines or other figures from other lines such as Marvel. If you just want to have a good looking 1/12 scale jewelry or Chun-Li, even though you're going to have to do a tad bit more modification for the head to fit on this body because this Chun-Li has a wider neck hole or hit like a giant hole in the head, and her socket is a tad bit more or not her socket, but her peg is a tad bit more bigger than Juri's. So you will probably have to get like a peg to stick off in the hole, Dremel it off in there, or if it's or if it's a double ball joint, probably have to widen the hole a little bit to get it to fit off in there without having to damage it to where it doesn't go in there at all. But you have to do that at your own risk and make sure you're skilled enough to know how to do it, which it really shouldn't be hard. It's not that hard. And boom, you could literally, and damn, her head just fell off. You can literally have a sexy Chung Li along with a jewelry. Both are in 112 scale, 112 scale, 6-inch form that you can kick bash around, pose around if you have, and please forgive me. I know the white on the Chung Li is dingy. I know it's dingy. Like I've had those leggings and that little and those Daisy Dukes, and the crop top is fairly new. But everything from the waist down, I've had that for like at least a good 2 to 3 years for about now. And yeah, so I know they're dingy and dirty. I probably shouldn't say that in a review, but hey, I don't care. But yeah, like I said, if you want to have you a beautiful Chung Li or jewelry that you can just pose around, throw, if you have any like 112 scale clothes that you can just throw on and pose around and just have you a good fit, like Chung Li, exclusive Chung Li and jewelry figure to your collection, this right here is a good option. And with that also being said, getting out of the realm of Street Fighter with these two, I'm also going to showcase y'all some other head swaps. First, starting with some Figmas. As you can see, this is from the Figma schoolgirl. I forgot what it was called, but the one who had the long dress with the middle finger. I did a modification, and the head fits quite well. Now, kind of looking at it through the camera, it does look a tad bit smaller, or like it sits a little bit high, but yeah, it fits quite well. As you can see right there. And here we have Sophia. Got these two right here by each other. Now, Sophia's head goes on there quite well, but she is a tad bit small. But then again, she's on the tanner body, which her skin is pale. But I know the 2.0, well, not 2.0, but I guess the second version of Sophia is going to have a bit more of a tan to it. So if you have the tan version, you could take the head from that figure and throw it on this body, and you could just swap this head around if you have the pale version, and boom. I don't know what it is, but something about this one, the pale version that I got, the heads sit a lot more higher than the tan version. I guess it's because I dremeled out the socket a little bit more so that the ball joint could go deeper off in there. So yeah, and here we go with Android 18. Matter of fact, hold on. If y'all have the SH Figuarts 18 and y'all just want an exclusive 18 to pretty much do the same thing with her, have you an exclusive 18 to just mess around with, boom. And her head is on her head actually fits the ball joint. It actually literally fits the ball joint. I'm like, I didn't modify this. This is literally the head that I didn't modify. This is unmodified. This is right out of the package Android 18. So yeah, you could have you a thick 18, a thick thigh save lives swimsuit 112 scale 18. Now granted, pulling your Dragon Ball boys out, she is going to be towering over them breasts. So yeah, she's not finna be in scale with your Dragon Ball figures, as you can see. But 18 is kind of a fairly tall person, even though she's kind of drawn to be short in certain parts. If you go back to the Cell Saga, she was kind of drawn to be somewhat tall than the average female. She's like at least, I want to say, what, 5'8", 5'9". Yeah, like she was at least. I know she was taller than Vegeta. She was like taller than Vegeta. And for those of y'all who want to see her with other anime waifus, here she is right here, next to Asagi, the hentai waifu of all waifus. And I don't even know where she's at. Oh no, what I was gonna do was I was gonna do this. Boom. If you want a Kefla, you can put Kefla on this body and do what people do in their little deviant arts of Kefla, where they have her all thicked out. You could have her right here and do pretty much the same thing, but like realistically, she's finna be out of scale. She's not finna be within scale of Goku or none of these people. But if you want to do that, hey, you have these options. And moving that to the side, another character is, I forgot her name, but the Hololive girl, the elf girl. Her head also fits quite well on this body. You could have this right here. This is another Figma figure, and it looks quite good. The skin tone is just a tad bit more off, as you can see right here. But I feel like that looks kind of good. And honestly, I can't wait for second acts to attack the haname, the hentai anime of Kurorin. I don't know how to say the name, but I can't wait for them to make Chloe from the most infamous hentai of all times, Kurorin, or however you pronounce it, along with Olga. So yeah, I want those two elf waifus made because I feel like they're too classic of waifus in the hentai universe to not have figures of. Now, with that being said, here is another head swap being shown. Here is Sophia with one of her horns missing. And I don't have a peg to fit the head all the way on there. But it matches up with the body quite well. It's in perfect proportion. She's a tad bit more tall, but she's in perfect proportion. Tad bit more muscular. Oh my God, muscular than what she's averagely is in the art style. But yeah, you can also have that. And pretty much with all of that being shown, hey, that's pretty much it for the review, Brez. Yo, this right here was really just a fun video I wanted to make with y'all, man. To show y'all some fun that y'all could have with your figures. To showcase a couple of kick bashes and modifications that you could do to make your figures better than, or better to your liking, so you can enjoy them. And this right here is just something that I just really enjoy doing. And I pushed the neck all the way down so that it could sit flush. Now it looks a tad bit more better, but her face kind of looks a lot more smaller. I'm gonna have to get the darker skin tone for her and see if that matches up. So if I find a darker skin tone for a good price that's under $170, I'll be back with another video update to show y'all this modification. But with that, yeah, man, I just wanted to show some quick kick bashes to have fun with my subscribers, man. Just to give y'all some content, some fun things to watch with the holidays coming up and the New Year's, just so you guys can relax because I know ain't no telling how the year may have been for y'all. So yeah, with that being said, man, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you liked about the video, and tell me if this actually interests you in getting the jewelry figure if you don't have it. And if you do have it, just tell me your thoughts about it. Do you think this actually looks good? I think it looks perfect. I think it's pretty fucking awesome. Excuse my language, but yeah. So with that being said, man, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for always tuning in and showing love and support. And I will catch you guys next time at the Citadel of Guppies, bruh. To the Guppyverse we go.